What's up, guys? Dave here. Gonna show you some Rage 1. This is version 1 for the HTC One for Sprint. This ROM seems to be pretty new ROM. It's called Rage, and it's got as close to stock as you can get with having as much speed and good battery life, which I've noticed some pretty good battery life, and I have had no issues with the speed, as everything's pretty instant, as you can tell here. A couple things about this ROM, like I said, it is as close to stock as possible, so you're going to see everything you normally would with a phone you just pulled out of the box. You're not going to have your notifications up here, and all your apps are going to, or your settings are going to look about the same. However, there is stuff hidden inside of it, so we'll get into that. Your phone looks normal, so does your text. Your camera works normal. It's got Zoe. It's got AdAway. Now, when I first started, this thing was on custom and had this set to grid size 3x4. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I'd rather have my alphabetical and a lot of apps on there. So grid size changed to 4x5. So anyways, we got our AdAway on there. We're gonna have clock, calendar, all that kind of stuff. This, I saw something on their forums, that works fine. Dropbox, of course, Facebook, gallery. Let's see here, LMT. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. It's got tons of options. As you can see, the screen keeps going, fading after a second. That's one of the ways they're getting great battery life. It's the screen times out awfully quick. Parent dashboard, settings, setup, sprint zone. They removed a lot of bloatware, but not all of it. They said they're going to remove some more. There's titanium backup. That's a good one to have on there. So you can start doing that even if you don't have internet connection to be able to get that. So that's nice. YouTube down there at the bottom, that works fine too. Voice recorder, Twitter, and all that. So get back into the LMT. It took me a while to play with these settings so that I kind of could go through this video a lot smoother for the Pi controls. To give you a quick update before I tell you that, some of the things that the stuff they say you care about. It's based off of Sprint 1.31. Remove the boot sound. Rooted with busybox, of course. Network speeds tweaked. I've heard some people say that the 4G they seem to get when they never could before. I don't get 4G really in my area, so I'm not going to notice that. It's fully deoxed. You have the option to do odex or deodexed. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a Aroma installer, which means when you install it in your flash, when you flash it, you have all your options there. But instead of hitting the volume keys and the power buttons, it's actually touch, which is really nice and a lot more convenient. So you have some options there. It's very close to stock, like I said. Most apps are up to date. Pi controls, that's what I'm getting into via the LMT app. It's got the customized EQs via power toggles, long press back button, and super fast. So this is the LMT controls, where you want to turn on the active touchscreen, auto start touchscreen. Let's see here, set touch service mode. Yeah, that's what I ended up putting on all three, but you really can just have it on Pi, that's fine. Gesture input, leave that on number 4. This doesn't really have the phone listed there. I turned that on. I don't think that needs to be turned on. Right now, the gesture, you got so many options in this thing. You could spend a day on this. Active area position. Right now, I got left and right. I'll show you what that means. But you can set it left, right, and bottom, or just specifically something in case you set it off a lot. And you get all these other options in here that give you about animation time, long press, the colors. There's some info. Oops, so I already set it off. There's the info, there's gestures, which you can set these gestures to do something, so you can turn them on. There's ISAS, that's your invisible swipe area. I don't know what the last S stands for. And then Pi, which the Pi, you are going to, they don't come preset. So you want to set these with all your with everything that you end up wanting to use. So you can use an app such as, I guess we can do, let's go into gallery real quick. I'll find it. There it is. So that's a Pi Longpress. I already set the Pi 1 as home. Set that one as menu. Just get a couple options in there. So now if I go very far, this is where it took me a minute to figure it out. Go very far to the right of the screen. Oh, there it was already. Maybe I was moving too slow. There it is. You got the, see now if I'm long pressing it just changed. It's either home if I let go now. Sometimes it's just not too touchy. There it is. Or if I long press, you'll see that icon actually change, and now I go in the gallery. So there's where the long presses are. And that's the pie chart. And like I said, you can set it to left, right. It takes a little getting used to, I'm sure, once I've used it for a while. But that's basically the ROM itself. It's the Rage app with great battery life and really fast speeds and pretty much stock. So a couple of the very small things that you should be able to get fixed before too long would be no flashlight and what was the other one? No flashlight, and I forget what the other thing was. See if I can find down here real quick. You can download it. It's a pretty large file. It's like nearly a gig to download. And no calculator, but I saw a calculator on there, so maybe they had that fixed by the time they put this up. Oh, I guess, okay, that was calendar. So yeah, no calculator. Things have gotten so advanced you can't even find room for a calculator, right? Alright guys, well I appreciate you watching. Let me know what kind of ROMs you guys might be using or like to see on here, and I can check into it. So don't forget to subscribe for my next videos, and thanks for watching.